Hello everybody, welcome to Greg's Beer Reviews. This is beer review number 1300. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today for beer review 1300. A lot of the subs have been asking me when I was going to review this. They've been seeing it in the fridge for quite a while now. This is Epic Brewing Big Bad Baptist Imperial Stout. And believe it or not, this is release number 1. This is the very first one that they did in this series. And they have done 20 of these releases so far. And release number 1 is from September of 2011. So this beer is several years old, and I have had this beer that long. I bought it when it came out. So I've had it since around September, between September and November of 2011. So this beer is a little over 2 years old, 2.5, not quite 2.5 years old. Well, getting close to 2.5 years old. And this beer was done in Rimini Tasmanian Coffee Whiskey Cask. And this beer comes in at 11.7%. Been saving this one for a while because kind of knew it was going to be a special beer. So beer review 1300 seems like it's special enough, so I brought it out. Been having them ask for it, so here it is, guys. The Big Bad Baptist release number 1. Alright, Epic, they're out of Utah, guys. The food pairings for this beer: the cheeses are the buttery Brie Gouda Havarti Swiss, and since it is a stout, and it is an imperial stout at 11.7%. The beer goes well with chocolate dishes, is what I'm trying to get after. All your porters and stouts go well with your chocolate dishes. And the meat for this is beef, smoked meat, game, and grilled meat. The pint glass, the becker, the nonic, the tumbler, the snifter, oversized wine glass is a glassware. I've got the Duvel glass, my favorite glass for this style of beer. And this beer can be cellared forever and ever at 11.7%. This beer will keep 10, 15, 20 years probably. I can't see why it would not. Alright guys, I don't think there's anything else we need to talk about. I've gave you the release number. There is no major commercial description other than they've done 20 of these already. And it looks like there's no rhyme or reason here of when they do them. It seems like they did a bunch of them in 2013. Number 11 was January, number 12 was July, 13 was August, 14 was August, 15 was August, 16 was September, and then 17 was October, 18 was October, 19 was October, and 20 was October of 2013. So they're brewing quite a few batches of this, so this beer is probably getting very, very popular for them to be brewing it 2 or 3 times a month. And then they'll skip a month, and then they'll do another 2 or 3. So very, a lot of batches of this has been done since 2011. Here it is, February into February of 2014, and they've already done 20 different versions of this. And each one of them have a different cask or aging process, and they all have a little bit different ABVs too. So this was the very first one that they did. I feel kind of honored that it was the very first one, and I got my hands on the very first one. I don't have any more of these. I have not picked up any more of these that they've done So this is the one and only for me. So I was kind of going to save it for a while, but like I said, I've had quite a few people ask me, when you going to do that? We keep seeing it in the fridge. When you going to do it? So I figured Beer Review 1300 was a good time to do it. So I don't think there's anything else we need to talk about. So let's get the cap off of this Big Bad Baptist and get it in the glass. Let's go down the center. It's not generating hardly any head. Alright guys, very good looking beer in the glass. About a quarter finger of head on that beer. Into the light, there is none. It is pitch black. Not even any red tinges around the outside. Looks very good in the glass. A very classic color for an Imperial Stout. Let's get a nose on it. I am getting a little bit of bourbon in there. Chocolate, roasted malt, dark fruit, toffee, caramel, brown sugar. And there is a hint of the alcohol, I will not lie to you, but it's cold. This is out of the green fridge downstairs, so it's probably around 36 degrees. It's only been out about, I don't know, probably 5 minutes or so. It smells very good in the glass, guys. I love that bourbon smell. Now, it's not an intense bourbon smell. It's probably died off in a couple of years that it's been cellaring downstairs. But probably, I would think the booziness probably has too a little bit. It smells wonderful, so let's give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. Welcome to Beer Review 1300. I appreciate all the subscribers and comments that everybody's been leaving over the last 4 years that I've been doing these. I love each and every one of you. Cheers. Oh yeah. That is so complex. So sweet. Oh wow, what a taste. Wow. Wish I'd have bought 2 of these, but I did not. Wow. If you see the Big Bad Baptist series beers and you can get your hands on them, you need to pick them up. You need to pick up 2, pick up 3, send me 1. Oh, that's delicious. That is delicious. Rimini Tasmanian coffee and whiskey cask aging on this. Definitely got the coffee notes in this. This would be a great cigar beer to me, in my opinion. That beer is delicious, guys. This is definitely an A beer. Very appropriate beer for Beer Review 1300. Alright guys, you know the deal and the drill. You know what I always do. Going to share the other half of this and let it warm up. Might even fire up a cigar for this one. Kind of chilly night. Wow, it's awesome. Leaving a great lacing on the glass. I love it. It is awesome, guys. Stick around. Let's see what this one gets. Like we don't know already. It's definitely an A beer. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little bit left here. This beer is awesome. It is very, very awesome. The chocolate, the coffee, the dark fruit, the bourbon, or the whiskey, whatever you want to call it there. Very nice aging. Glad I got release number 1. I wish I had one of each one of them, but I do not. This is the only one that I have, guys. So let's do the final chug on this beer. Wow. Wonderful aroma on this beer. Probably one of the best beers I've had from Epic Brewing. awesome, awesome, awesome. Guys, this is a 10 beer in my category. Y'all probably figured it out by now. It's got everything that I like in an imperial stout. The bourbon barrel age or the whiskey barrel age, the coffee, the chocolate, the roasted malt, the dark fruit, well-made beer, not too boozy. Now that it's warmed up, it's delicious. And these beers are meant to be served from 55 degrees up to room temperature. So definitely better as it warmed up than it was when it was chilled right out of the fridge downstairs. So, and a lot of people ask me, why do you even drink those beers at that temperature? Because I like to start off with them cold like that and let them warm up and let them see how they change from the time that I pour them to the time that they get to room temperature as I sip on them and finish them off. So it's delicious. It's an awesome beer. Probably, I'm going to say one of the best. I would have to say it's the best beer that I've ever had from Epic Brewing. So, and this is release number 1. This is the very first edition of the Big Bad Baptist that they did. So, and they've done 20 of them so far. So, definitely will be keeping my eye out for some more of these beers. And if you get a chance to see one of these or pick one of these up, you probably should. It's especially if you're into the imperial stouts, especially the one that's been aged in the whiskey or bourbon barrels. Very delicious beer, guys. Definitely worth your while. I could go on and on about this beer, but it's awesome. It's a 10 beer in my book. So I loved it. I did love it. So let's go see what everybody else thinks about it. We'll go over to Beer Advocate first, and they say 96 world class. I think that number is a little conservative, but I might be a little generous on this one since I've had it for about 2.5 years now, and it's delightful. I like it. There are beers that I've had that have more bourbon influence than this beer has, but all in all, it's definitely an A-grade beer, and I'm gonna give it to 10. That's how I feel about it. It's the best beer I've ever had from these guys. Very well made beer, selling very well, and kind of sad that I don't have another one downstairs to review later on. So I will be keeping my eye out for some more of these. If I do see any more of these, I will be picking them up. So if you can get these in your area and you see one of these, pick it up. You probably won't be sorry. All right, let's go over to Rate Beer, and Rate Beer says, imagine that, 100 overall and 94 in the style. I don't know why the style-wise numbers are lower than they should be. I definitely agree with the 100 overall, but 94 in the style. I think that number is very conservative and very low. I don't know why people think it doesn't fit the style. I think it fits the style very well. Could have a little more bourbon influence in my opinion, but it is what it is, and it may have had a lot more bourbon influence fresh than it does after 2.5 years. That may have subdued and subsided just a little bit on this beer. So a very good beer, very preppy beer for Beer Review 1300. So guys, thanks for joining me for Beer Review 1300. This was an awesome beer. You already tried it if you can get your hands on it. So hit that like button, rate, comment, subscribe, and we'll go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be another 10. Got my fingers crossed. See you then.